Kakegurui is absolute fucking trash. This is complete garbage and absolutely terrible anime. This anime is by far one of the worst I've ever seen. This anime is absolutely, positively, unfiltered, unadulterated garbage that belongs in the fucking landfill. And let me just say, if you unironically like this anime, you are a fucking idiot with an IQ lower than your goddamn shoe size. No sarcasm, no joking, no irony, no trolling. You are exactly what is wrong with this industry. You people don't deserve to have an opinion, to be honest. Oh, you can't say that, man. You can't say that. It's just an opinion. Well, I just said it. You people need your fucking heads checked, honestly. This anime is for complete scum, degenerates, losers, these bottom of the barrel anime fans, the dirt beneath my boot anime viewers. And maybe it's not your fault because I know a lot of you guys are products of fetal alcohol syndrome, so I can give you a pass. But for those that don't have a valid excuse, you people are fucking disgusting freaks. Where do I even begin with breaking down this garbage, man? There is so much slop in this anime. It's like the creators got one big pot and threw the most disgusting, edgy, cringy slop all together and mixed it around. And of course they threw in terrible writing as well. And then there was Kakegurui. Like, this is insultingly awful. Now, for those that haven't seen this, this is just a shitty gambling anime, essentially. It's set in this school with all these edgelords, and you've got this main character, Yumiko Jabami, who just wins every game, pretty much. That's basically the rundown. There's really nothing deeper to it. The setting is just absolute trash. Some high school where there's no classes, or there's classes, but they're not focused on at all. It's just based around gambling, and if you win a bunch of games, you're basically a master in this school, and anyone who goes into debt is a slave to the masters. It's fucking garbage. Easily one of the dumbest settings I've ever seen. And these kids in this school, all the kids in this school are rich as fuck, by the way. And even better, in these gambling games, they all play like everyone is fucking cheating because it's allowed, because the plot is fucking terrible. Like, this anime is just insultingly awful. Now, since this anime has been out for a while, I'm not going to sit here and go through every single game with you because that would just take fucking forever, and I really don't want to do that. But I'll bring up a few to really let you know how garbage this slop is. But let me just say that these games are terrible. Literally every time Yumiko Jabami gets in a game, she wins. Except, oh my bad, she lost that one time in the first season where she lost, but it turns out that it didn't matter because she was trying to lose. Then that way she could become a slave and then challenge the student council president, because you have to be a slave to challenge the fucking student council. It's just so fucking stupid. And what's so insulting to my intelligence and everyone who takes themselves seriously intelligence is that these games try to be so overly complex and intricate when really it's just a big fucking waste of time with these explanations because we already know what's going to happen. Like, the games are just fucking incoherent. It's like one of those animes that try to seem smart when really it isn't. It's just trying too hard to be complex, and then it just like gets fucking so convoluted for no fucking reason because it's trying too hard. So yeah, whatever, man. The characters are terrible too. The characters are awful in this anime. They're absolutely terrible. My god, this anime has one of the worst cast of characters I've ever fucking seen. It's like the writers were in a contest to come up with the edgiest characters ever. Almost every single one is a complete fucking edgelord freak, much like the fan base of this series. You've got Yumiko Jabami, who's basically just a gambling addict, but it's to the point where she's basically horny for gambling. I'm not even joking. It's like she's playing these games and she's getting wet, and she keeps saying this one absolutely cringy line about, let's get our gambling freak on. Like, bro, did you, like, guys, that shit was so fucking atrocious. And while she's sitting here salivating all over the screen, and you can tell that she's getting aroused and like covering her pussy up, it's like, bro, holy fucking shit, how are these animes the ones that get produced? A lot of these anime creators, dude, they just need to go outside. And it's like, I can't even say you guys need employment, because clearly they're employed because of these low IQ fat gelatinous virgins who love to suck off these shows. But this shit is ridiculous, bro. Like, how can you be this down bad? This stuff seriously needs to be studied by mental health professionals. It's just very concerning, and honestly, I don't even think Dr. Phil could help these people at this point. And also, you've got these other irrelevant characters too, like Mary and the school president and Ryota, that I'm not going to go too deep into because they're fucking irrelevant. And they don't really do anything in the story other than serve as plot devices sometimes. But you've got this one character, Midari. Oh my god, she is probably the biggest edgelord in this show, and these degenerates love her. What a terrible fucking character. She's even more of an edgelord than Yumiko, which is pretty impressive because Yumiko is a fucking massive edgelord, but this freak Midari is basically just a Yumiko simp, and she's so edgy. Like, she stabbed out her own eye for a gamble one time, and she's essentially just like this sadist slash masochist. It's fucking retarded. Like, do y'all remember that one game, like the Russian roulette game, where she was sitting there wanting to lose the gamble so she'd get shot, and she's sitting there on that table when she's about to lose to Yumiko or whatever because she thinks she's gonna get shot, and she's basically coming on herself? Like, bro, what the fuck was that garbage? What the fuck was that piece of shit? This is what I mean, people. This anime is for complete low-life slobs. Like, at this point, these slack-jawed apes belong in Arkham Asylum, and you can sit there and say, oh, come on, man, you're exaggerating, bro. She was just drooling all over herself because she's aroused by Yumiko. Like, just fuck off. I don't care. You people are fucking retards. You can clearly tell that that is what the writer wants you to visualize. Like, guys, you've got stuff like this throughout the whole fucking series. It's just edgy, cringy, garbage fan service. And this brings me to the fan service. It is littered all throughout this anime. It's like the fucking streets of New York City. Fan service is just littered everywhere. Like, Yumiko will just randomly grab motherfuckers' titties, and it's just so fucking weird. Like, but this is one of the most popular animes on Mal. It just goes to show you how many freaks there are in this industry, and the NPCs will suck off literally anything, no matter how fucking repulsive it is. And my god, the facial expressions in this anime are so cringy, just absolutely horrendous, truly putrid stuff, especially when Yumiko says that fucking line, let's get our gambling freak on, and she's like making that that face where she's like feeling pure ecstasy, like she's basically having an orgasm. Like, it's just bro, like absolutely revolting. And there's just so many moments in this show to point out in this anime, guys. So if you've seen this, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but it is truly one of the most disgusting animes I've ever seen. There's just so many dramatics in this anime, just bottom of the barrel garbage, like bottom of the list trash. Alright, so back to the plot. The plot is so incredibly boring. It's a complete fucking snooze fest. It's televised NyQuil. This anime was just a fucking chore to get through, and it's funny because in these gambling games, you always have these high stakes, like the show is trying to get you on your edge, on the edge of your seat. Like, yeah, great job doing that when Yumiko practically wins every fucking game, you morons. Like, what incompetent fucking writers. Like, how are we supposed to be excited when we know what's gonna happen? That's why this show is so boring too. You know what's gonna happen in the first few episodes. Yumiko's gonna win. There's nothing fucking exciting or riveting about any of it. Everyone in these games is cheating too, but nobody cares. But you have like these moderators. Like, what's the fucking point? It's just so fucking stupid. Like when Yumiko gets poisoned, but because it's before the game, it doesn't disqualify the people who poisoned her. Like, it's just so fucking stupid. That's just one example. The games are terrible. You've got a bunch of unrealistic shit, like the problem solving from Yumiko, like she's a fucking genius. I understand they're smart characters, but this isn't done in a smart way. It's not done in a way that makes sense. In one game, you've got these girls communicating telepathically so they know each other's next move in like this card game where they're doing the 2v2. This is in that one game where Yumiko gets poisoned, but it's fair game because they poisoned her before the game started, so it's not cheating. Like, just what ridiculous writing. You've got that one Russian roulette game, like I mentioned, where nobody dies, but they want you to think that the stakes are so high that someone's gonna die, even though we know no one's gonna fucking die. No one dies in the show. You've got that tower game later on in the second season where nobody fucking dies either, even though that's pretty much the whole point of the game, is one of them's gonna die, or where that girl who sucks off Karari is gonna die, but that doesn't even happen. And you've got that girl who collects fingernails as a gamble, and by the way, she rips out all her fingernails at one point with her own teeth. It's just so fucking edgy, incredibly edgy moment. But like, they try to make the stakes so high, but that doesn't really work when, well, you know, you have an incredibly predictable plot that anybody can see coming. Like, fucking Christ, Ray Charles could see this shit coming, but they want you to sit here and act like it's gonna be interesting. No, the writing is fucking terrible. And by the way, like in the last season, you bring in this character Ray and try to give her like a 5-minute fucking backstory in the last episode of the show, like she was supposed to be mysterious throughout season 2. Like, nobody saw that shit coming. Like, are you people fucking retarded? Like, the writers on this anime are incredibly incompetent. It's honestly impressive, but who gives a shit about any of these losers that have no depth to them? And when we already know what the outcome's going to be, a complete garbage ending, happily ever after, I guess, where Yumiko just stays a gambling addict, and that irrelevant ass character Ray becomes the new president, I guess. It's not exactly clear, but who cares, because there's nothing redeeming this fucking trash ass anime anyway. But fucking hell, man, yeah, god damn, dude, yeah, this anime is just fucking awful. And by the way, you know, I guess this was Mappa making this anime. This is Mappa Animation, so I guess that's just really telling of what was to come in the later years, because this is an older anime that came out like, what, 7 years ago at this point? But very telling, because Mappa animes always fucking suck. Yeah, this anime is just fucking terrible. If there's anything you guys feel I left out, please feel free to bring it up in the comments and just feel free to shit all over this anime because it honestly deserves more hate. And the fans of this anime need serious mental help. Like, you people are very concerning, but you know, there's just too many moments in this anime to point out, so I hope I broke it down well enough. But you know, honestly, I don't think I can put into words how truly disgusting the fans of this anime are. You people are complete freaks. So just allow me to end this video with saying, you fans of this anime, you people are fat, disgusting, unemployed, bum-ass, Jabba the Hutt looking motherfuckers, and you people are failures. And if your GED hanging on the wall doesn't constantly remind you of that, then allow me to. You people are everything wrong with this industry, and you people are holding us back as a society. If you like this anime, you're a deplorable embarrassment, and you ought to be ashamed of your fucking self. Fuck you.